we go. Please come into any comfortable seat. Allow your eyes to flutter closed for a moment. If you're looking for a little more grounding this morning, you might place your palms face down on your knees. Otherwise, place them facing up. Maybe a little rock left and right to find your sits bones connected to your mat. Begin cultivating your ujjayi breath, that hollow, sonorous breath at the base of your throat, the sound of an ocean wave. This morning's practice will take us through a few seated spinal twists, and then we'll go into a couple of rounds of some sun salutations before the meditation, if you all are staying for that. Gather your hands to prayer at heart center. Interlace your fingers. Inhale. As you exhale, turn that interlaced fist inside out and push it forward. Find a rounding in your upper back, kind of like a cat shape. Give the head a little shake, yes and no. On your next inhale, sweep those interlaced fingers overhead so that the palms are facing the ceiling. Find that anchor in the sits bones and see how much length and space you can create from the hip structure, from the pelvic floor, up through the side bodies, through the armpits, to the wrists. Inhale. As you exhale, take the right fingertips to the mat beside you and come into an easy side bend. Opening up through those left ribs, maybe look up underneath your left arm. A little extra grounding in the right fingertips will help to settle the left sits bone on the mat. Inhale. And as you exhale, take that left hand outside the right thigh and then come to sit up in an easy seated spinal twist. Tenting the right fingertips behind you. Inhale makes you taller. Exhale twists you more deeply. Keep the left hand as it is, but on your next inhale, sweep the right hand up by your ear. As you exhale, cross that hand over, coming to the opposite thigh. Again, finding a bit of that cat shape in the upper back. Separate the shoulder blades. Lean a little more back into the low ribs if you're able. Really see if you can open up. And then on your next inhale, maybe find an eagle wrap of your arms as you sit up nice and tall. You can also hold opposite shoulders if that's feeling tight this morning. Really press down through the sits bones. Again, lean back into those low ribs. Lift the elbows, lift the heart. And then on your next exhale, bow forward with your eagle arms. As you inhale, come to sit, untangle all of that. And if your legs are crossed, just an easy lean back, change which shin is in front. Gather your hands into prayer. Interlace the fingers. If you noticed which way you interlaced them the last time, just put the other thumb on top. Inhale. Exhale, turn that inside out, press it forward, tuck the chin, round the upper back. Then on your next inhale, sweep those elbows up past your ears. The palms reach for the ceiling as the pelvic floor lifts, as the sits bones press down. Inhale. As you exhale, take the left fingertips to the mat, right tricep by the ear, maybe look up underneath that right armpit. And then energize a little more in the left fingertips. See if that gives you extra grounding through the sitting bones. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes outside the left thigh. The left hand floats behind you. Inhale, sit up a bit taller. Exhale, take your twist a bit deeper. Leave the right hand as it is. Use the next inhale to float the left arm up by the ear. As you exhale, cross it over. Again, really lean back into those low ribs. Exhale. The next inhale, find that eagle wrap. Float the arms up. Press down through the sits bones. And then on your next exhale, untangle all of that and roll over onto all fours, coming into your cat and your cow. You don't particularly need me for this, I don't imagine. So use the inhales to pull your heart forward, lift the tailbone. Use the exhales to tuck the tailbone and round the spine. Any other subtle movement that feels good here? We're here for about 2 more breaths. I personally like to flip my hands over so the backs of my hands are on the mat. Give myself a little extra wrist opening. Make your way back into your neutral space. The wrist creases are parallel to the front edge of the mat. Wrap those elbows under. Feel the armpits yearning for each other, and then step back into your high plank. Feel the quadriceps lifting up, gripping the femurs. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Our first down dog, so take a moment here, pedal out the heels. I personally like to take my feet a bit wider in these early down dogs to help find some more space for the low back to open. Breathe. Soften the knees, pull the heart and belly a little further back. And then see if you can lift up out of the wrists. Really feel the 10 fingers gripping the mat. And remind yourself of when we were seated, all that good space you created from hips up through wrists and side bodies. Keep the knees nice and soft and walk your feet forward until they're just behind the wrists. Holding opposite elbows, sway the hips left and right. And then release those elbows. Roll up slowly, stacking one vertebra at a time. Keep your head and shoulders heavy so that they come up last. Close your eyes, bring your hands to prayer, and if it's comfortable for you, bring your big toes to touch. If that feels a little too close this morning, they can be hip width apart. Breathe. Take just a moment to set an intention for the next few minutes, a short positive statement for how you'd like to approach this time. Hook your thumbs and take your hands, palms facing down, fingertips pointing towards the mat, palms facing towards you rather. Wrap the shoulder blades under, lift the heart. As you inhale, sweep those hooked thumbs up overhead. As you exhale, release those thumbs, fold forward. Inhale, find a nice long flat back. And as you exhale, step the left foot way back, release the left knee down and untuck the toes. As you inhale, float up into your crescent lunge. In this style of yoga, every shape is built from the floor up and the core out. So find your connections to the floor. Feel that anchoring down through the top of the left foot. Feel the 4 corners of the right foot pushing the floor away. Inhale. And as you exhale, your hands frame the front foot once again. Tuck the left toes, step back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, roll yourself forward to a plank. And as you exhale, lower the knees, they'll land south of the hips. And then lower the chest and the chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. As you inhale, release the belly to the mat, lift the heart. And let's stay in this first baby cobra for just a moment longer. Maybe walk the fingertips off of the mat, wrap the shoulder blades under, press down to the low belly. You can snake your little cobra a little bit. And then as you exhale, release that. Palms re-anchor underneath the ribs, tuck the toes, engage the quadriceps, push the floor away, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift the left heel high to sky. As you exhale, float the left foot between the hands, release the right knee down and untuck the toes. Inhale, float up into your Anjaneyasana crescent lunge. Again, find the top of the right foot, find the 4 corners of the left. Remind yourself of those low ribs, maybe lean back a bit more into that space. Inhale. As you exhale, hands frame the front foot, tuck the right toes and float the right foot to meet the left. You arrive in a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root to rise, hands meet overhead. Exhale, gather your prayer at heart center. We'll do that again on the other side. Hooking the thumbs in front of you once more. If you notice, maybe the other thumb is on top now. Take this time to activate through the arms. Feel the strong fingertips. Inhale, sweep those thumbs overhead. Look up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive. As you inhale, find a flat back. As you exhale, step the right foot back. Release the right knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, float up into your crescent lunge. 3 breaths, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. On the next inhale, hands frame the front foot, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to your plank shape. As you exhale, either chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. The next inhale lifts the right heel high to sky. And as you exhale, step the foot between the hands, release the left knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, float up into your crescent lunge. 3 breaths, inhaling. Exhale. Remind yourself of those low ribs leaning back. Remind yourself of the lift in the pelvic floor, the pressing down through all points of contact. And then on your next exhale, hands frame the right foot, step the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root to rise, hands meet overhead. Exhale, mountain pose. Good, we'll do that once more on each side with a little bit more pace. If it starts to feel too fast, that's okay, just slow your breath down. We'll all meet back here in a couple of rounds anyway. Find your feet, find your legs. Inhale, hook the thumbs, sweep them overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the left foot back, release the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, float up into your crescent shape. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifts the left heel high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, release the right knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, triceps by ears. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root to rise, hands meet overhead. Exhale, mountain pose. Just one more, hooking the thumbs, sweep them overhead, inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, float the right foot back, release the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can stay here or take your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lifts the right heel. Exhale, floats it forward. Release the left knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, float up into your crescent shape. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, mountain pose. Close your eyes. Maybe pedal out your heels. Return to your breath and to your intention. And if it took you a moment longer to get back here, that's okay. We're waiting. On your next inhale, sweep your hands overhead. As you exhale, swan dive, bow forward. Inhale, find your flat back. Hands might come to shins. This time as you exhale, step back into your high plank. We lower all the way to the mat, a slow chaturanga down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and land. Taking your forehead to the floor or the mat, reach your fingertips long beside you. Find the connection of your low belly in the mat. Really anchor it down. You might want to rock left and right a bit to feel that connection. Ground through the thighs. Ground through the tops of the feet. As you inhale, Shalavasana, press down through the low belly, lift the heart, look forward with a soft gaze, soft jaw, soft chin. Reach the fingertips back, back, back. Exhale, lower down. Gently roll over onto your back. Either direction is fine. Give the knees a hug into your chest and rock along the length of your spine, making your way up to a seat. Feet are planted flat on the floor, knees point towards the ceiling. We're coming into a little bit of a boat shape here, so you can hold the backs of the thighs, wrap those shoulder blades under, start to lean back. You can keep the toes on the mat, shins can come parallel, or legs can go straight. You can continue holding the thighs. You can tent your fingers beside you or reach the arms long. On the next inhale, just lower the right heel to the mat. As you exhale, return the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, lower the left foot down. Exhale, raise it back up. Twice more on each side. Inhale, lower the right. Exhale, float. Inhale, lower the left. Exhale, float. Last time. Inhale, lower the right. Exhale, float it up. Inhale, lower the left. Exhale, float it up. Give those knees a hug and roll down onto your back. Gather the knees in towards the armpits. Maybe make little circles in your hips one way and the other. Keep the right knee nice and close, and then send the left leg long along the mat. So the left heel is on the mat. Make a choice either to flex or point your toes. Doesn't matter which, but make your feet active. And as you exhale, take a supine twist, taking that right shin across your body. Right arm can be long or cactus. You can look over to the right. And then coming back into center, bend the left knee, cross the right ankle at the left knee for a supine pigeon shape. You can interlace your fingers around the left shin or the left hamstring, or not, and use the right elbow rather to guide that right thigh out. Exhale, release all of that, untangle yourself a bit. Hug the knees into the chest once more, guiding the knees towards the armpits, making little circles. And then keep the left knee close as you send the right leg long, right heel on the mat. And on your next exhale, as you're ready, guide that right or left shin rather across your body. Maybe look over to the left. Feel the floor rising to meet the right shoulder blade, guiding the heart towards the ceiling. Coming back into center, bend the right knee, cross the left ankle at the right knee, supine pigeon. Again, I'd encourage you to make a choice about the feet, pointed or flexed, but not just hanging. And then when you feel complete here, go ahead and untangle all of that. Take just a brief Shavasana of about 3 minutes, which is enough time to let the yoga work. The science that is yoga is concerned really only with the movement of energy through your body, through the world, and all of our connections to that sacred energy, prana, spirit, universe, God. And in this practice, we clear the channels in our own bodies so that the prana might have a little more freedom to move. I'll be quiet. Before you leave this rest, take a moment to identify something that feels really good. Maybe something physical that opened up during our brief time together, or maybe something that just makes you feel good when you think of it or them. That really is the point after all. Start to find a little life in your fingers and in your toes, returning to awareness of your breath in the mat and the floor rising to meet you as you slowly begin to bend your knees, walking your feet in, feeling each footprint one at a time, and gently rolling onto your favorite side for a moment in a fetal position. Once again, just taking an instant of gratitude to recognize all that is holding you up. Mat, floor, foundation, bedrock, a literal universe conspiring to support you if you'll let it. And make your way to any comfortable seat. Gathering your hands into prayer at heart center when you've arrived. We'll seal this practice with the sound of one Om. We can't hear each other, but we can experience each other's vibration, I believe, since we're connecting with something universal. First, one full round of breath, inhaling fully, exhaling fully. Inhaling for Om. Bringing your thumbs to your forehead, bowing your chin towards your chest, surrendering the knowledge of the mind to the wisdom of the heart. The light that is in me bows to and honors the light that is in you. When I am in that space in me, and you are in that space in you, we are one. Namaste.